The air in Kathmandu hits you first, a swirl of incense, spices, and dust. It's a scent that clings to your clothes and lingers in your memory, a blend of the sacred and the everyday. Every breath feels like an introduction, a welcome and a challenge all at once. It's thick with stories and history. Every stone and every carved window seems to whisper tales of kings, gods, and ordinary people who have walked these streets for centuries. Stepping out of the airport, the city's noise is a living symphony. Car horns, chanting, voices. The chaos is overwhelming, but it's also alive, pulsing with energy and possibility. Colors are brighter here. A red sari against stone, orange marigolds strung as offerings. Even the dust seems to glow in the morning light, painting everything with a golden hue. I felt small but not afraid, just full of wonder. The city's energy is contagious and curiosity quickly replaces hesitation. I came seeking something, maybe a story, maybe a place to get lost. Kathmandu felt like a maze, but one I wanted to explore, to let myself wander and discover. In Thamel, trekkers bustle, shopkeepers smile, prayer flags flutter with silent prayers. The air is thick with anticipation, as if every corner holds a new adventure. The city pulls you in, away from the familiar, into its vibrant heart. Here, strangers become friends, and every street feels like a story waiting to unfold. Kathmandu isn't just a destination, it's a beginning. It's the first page of a new chapter, the threshold to something greater. It's the gateway to a journey beyond its chaos. The city's wild energy gives way to the promise of peace and discovery in the hills beyond. The real Nepal waits in the mountains and quiet valleys. There the air is crisp, and the silence is profound, broken only by birdsong and distant laughter. In villages where life moves with the sun and seasons, time slows down. People greet you with warm smiles, and every meal is a celebration of the land. Kathmandu is the loud introduction, the city that wakes you up and demands your attention. But I was ready for the quiet conversation in the hills, where the world feels bigger and time feels endless. Ready to listen to the land and its people, to learn from their stories and their silence. My journey had truly begun, and with every step, Kathmandu's first breath lingered, guiding me forward. Leaving the bustling streets of Kathmandu behind, the road begins to wind higher and higher into the mountains, each turn revealing a new layer of green hills and distant peaks. The air grows cleaner, crisper, and the sounds of the city fade away, replaced by the gentle hum of the countryside. Terraced fields, carved by generations of hands, step up the hillsides in perfect harmony with the land. Above them, the mighty Himalayas loom, their snow-capped summits touching the sky, silent and eternal. The bus finally stops at a small cluster of stone houses. This is to be my new home, nestled in the heart of the mountains, far from the world I knew. The village is simple, beautiful, and silent, except for the whisper of the wind and the songs of birds. Here, life feels untouched by time. Dorje, my host, greets me with a warm smile and a heartfelt namaste, his hands pressed together in welcome. His welcome needs no words. The kindness in his eyes says everything. Amma, his wife, offers me a cup of sweet, steaming tea, a small gesture that feels sacred, a ritual of hospitality that instantly makes me feel at home. Time here stretches and slows. The rising sun and the crow of the rooster become my only clock, marking the gentle rhythm of village life. The village moves at its own pace, unhurried and peaceful, as if the world outside does not exist. I meet a curious boy, his eyes wide with wonder and questions about the world beyond the mountains. An old woman sits spinning wool by her doorway, while neighbors gather to chat and laugh, their voices carrying through the crisp mountain air. Life here is measured by the land and the seasons, by planting and harvest, by the changing colors of the hills, by the cycle of rain and sun. The Himalayas are a constant, silent presence, watching over the village like ancient guardians. Here, I am far from everything I once knew, my routines, my city, my familiar comforts. But I am gently invited in, welcomed not as a stranger, but as a guest and soon, a friend. The people here are the soul of this place, their smiles, their laughter, their quiet strength. Their kindness is my guide, showing me how to live simply and to find joy in small moments. I join in daily life, helping in the fields, sharing meals, learning the rhythms of the village. I am no longer just a visitor. Slowly I become part of their world. The journey inward begins as I discover a new sense of belonging, and all the while the mountains watch over it all, silent witnesses to this world away from the ordinary. Village life follows the sun. Mornings start with wood smoke and dal bhat, simple, nourishing, made with care. The village wakes. Men and women head to the fields, working side by side. There's no my work or your work, it's all shared. I try to help, clumsy at first, but always met with patience. Afternoons bring laughter at the water tap, children's games, quiet moments with Dorji. We communicate with gestures and smiles. Silence is its own language. Evenings slow down, animals return, fires are lit, another meal is shared. We talk about weather, crops, and animals, the things that matter. Life is stripped to essentials. In that simplicity, I find peace. The rhythm of the land becomes my own. Community is everything here. Every day is a lesson in connection. I am learning to belong. The village teaches by example. Here, presence matters more than words. The sun sets, and I feel at home. This is life, distilled. Food here is more than sustenance, it's community. Dal bhat, twice a day, never gets old. Every family's recipe is unique. Amma's dal is rich with ginger and cumin, the taste of home. One afternoon, Amma teaches me to make momos. The family gathers, laughter fills the kitchen as I fumble with the dough. Food becomes a language, care, inclusion, belonging. Sharing a meal is sharing a piece of the heart. The taste of fresh momos is incredible, but the warmth of the moment is even better. Other flavors, tangy gundruk, spiced chia, fresh oranges, connect me to the land. Nothing is processed. Everything is honest and real. Each meal roots me deeper in this place. I realize I was hungry for this sense of belonging. Food here changes me from the inside out. It's a celebration of togetherness. Every bite is a welcome. I am home at the table. Without a shared language, I learned to communicate differently. In this place, words are replaced by gestures, by the subtle art of reading faces and movements. I realize that language is only one way to connect, and sometimes it's not even the most important. Smiles, nods, and glances say more than words. A single look can carry warmth, curiosity, or welcome. Here, a smile is a bridge, crossing any gap between us. Kindness, respect, and humor are universal. Laughter bubbles up even when we don't understand each other's jokes. The feeling of being included, of being seen, is unmistakable. Working alongside villagers, I find connection in shared effort. The rhythm of our work becomes its own language, a steady beat that unites us. One day, I helped Dorje repair a stone wall. Our hands move in sync, passing stones, fitting them together, building something lasting. We work in silence, following each other's lead. There's a quiet trust that grows in these moments, a sense that we understand each other without needing to speak. At the end, Dorje's smile says everything. Gratitude, approval, welcome. It's a language I feel in my heart. I feel a sense of purpose I've never known. Each small task, each shared moment adds up to something bigger than myself. I'm not just a visitor, I'm part of the effort. The village welcomes me not with words but with open hands and open hearts. Helping Amma carry water, playing with children, sitting with elders, each act builds community. These moments, simple as they are, create bonds that last. Presence and participation matter more than words. Just being here, showing up, is enough to be accepted. Community is built on small, consistent acts. Every day I see how these routines weave people together. It's about showing up day after day. The village notices, and slowly I become part of the pattern of life here. I learn to pay attention to details, to be present. Every gesture, every shared task is a lesson in how to belong. The village teaches me that connection is action. It's in the doing, not the saying, that we find each other. Every shared task is a lesson in belonging. With each day, I feel the invisible threads that tie us together grow stronger. The silent language of the village is powerful. It's spoken in glances, in laughter, in the way we work side by side. I am changed by it. I carry these lessons with me long after the work is done. Here I find my place. Here I am understood, no words needed. In the language of shared work and silent smiles, I finally belong. Village life is beautiful but not easy. Comforts I took for granted, hot water, reliable electricity, are gone. Nights are cold, power is unpredictable. Frustration creeps in, I miss convenience. When rain turns paths to mud and the world shrinks to candlelight, I feel helpless. Here, problems aren't solved with a phone call. Patience is required, control is an illusion. I depend on the villagers' resilience and knowledge. My old skills are useless. Their strength is born of necessity. These challenges strip away pride and teach humility. True strength is adapting, not controlling. The hardships are part of the place's character. They forge the spirit of the Nepali people. Facing them, I find a new kind of strength in myself. The village teaches me to wait, to accept, to endure. Humility becomes my greatest lesson. I learn to let go, I learn to trust others, and I grow stronger for it. Every morning, the Himalayas remind me how small I am. Some days they're clear, others shrouded in mist. Their ancient presence puts my worries in perspective. Time here is vast, not something to manage but to experience. The mountains teach patience and acceptance. My anxieties fade in their shadow. The villagers reflect this wisdom. Grace in hardship, joy in celebration. Life is a cycle, not a race. They flow with life, not against it. One sunset paints the peaks pink and orange. I'm moved to tears. Awe connects me to something greater. Meaning isn't in things, but in finding your place in the world. The mountains give me that gift. I learn to slow down. I learn to be present. The world feels bigger, and I feel at peace. Perspective shifts everything. I thought happiness was achievement, success, getting what you want. In the village, that idea crumbles. People have little, yet their joy is genuine. Happiness is found in moments, laughter over tea, satisfaction after work, comfort in community. It's singing together, sharing simple joys. Happiness is a daily practice, not a destination. I find joy in sunlight, in a meal, in a child's smile. My need for more quiets, I learn contentment. True wealth is in relationships and connection. The village teaches me gratitude and purpose. Happiness is about being present, not chasing the next thing. The people here live this truth every day. They redefine happiness by example. I learn to measure life by meaning, not possessions. Community is everything. Gratitude is the foundation. I am changed by their way of living. Leaving the village is harder than I imagined. The whole community gathers. Amma presses spices into my hand. Dorte hugs me. Children wave. There are tears, but also gratitude. I leave a piece of my heart, but take their lessons with me. Patience, humility, community. These are my souvenirs. This wasn't just a trip, it was a transformation. The world can learn from this simple life. Happiness isn't for sale. Community is our strength. In a fast world, we need these connections. The journey isn't over, it's a new beginning. I want to keep exploring, keep sharing these stories. If this moved you, join me for what's next. There's so much more to discover. Let's continue together.